Okay. Are we live already? Fast. Oh, man. Today was like a crazy productive day. I feel like we did so much. Ugh. But it was all done sitting from this chair. So it feels like I didn't do very much. Um I hold on 1 second. Damn, the thing won't auto adjust. Or alright, screw it. I gotta figure out where to put these cords so they're not in the way. I can't remember if there's a reason I did this. Oh shoot. Oops, I just yoinked out my freaking. Hold on. Damn it. Yoinked out my HDMI. Ugh. Okay. Trying to figure out this chaos of cords here. Without my PC falling off my desk. Why did it just turn off? That plugged in nice and snug. This can go around the top. I probably should have done this cable management before stream, but I don't know what to do with this big ugly guy. We can wrap him underneath here. So, I'm not a huge fan of my power cable being bent like this. I don't even know what this is a cord for. Oh, is this my piece? That's my keyboard. All right. Oh, jeez, Louise. Okay. We're sorted. What's a little, chaos at the beginning of stream, right? It's gonna check audio levels. See how things are going. Just make sure that sounds all good. Just make sure that. So what's a little, chaos at the beginning of stream, right? It's gonna check audio levels. Sounds okay. Things are going. Maybe a little loud. It's fine though. I don't see any major issues. Yeah, so just more chill stream. I don't maybe this is a bad idea, but at least for these first couple streams, I'm not really streaming with a super serious intent or purpose. I'm just kind of streaming to stream. Today I'm trying my best to prep. So over the last week or so, not even honestly, over the last day, I just kind of started throwing this together. I'm trying to make a good quartet binder. So I downloaded a bunch of sheet music, and then I was like, wait a second, we're not gonna play these 30-minute quartets. So why did I download the whole thing? And I was like, that's gonna take up too much printer ink, too much paper, and too much storage. So I was like, actually, and too much sheet protectors. I mean, all of this, it all costs money, ladies and gents. So I saved the full versions to a Google Drive, but the prints are in here. These are all just my favorite movements. From assorted quartets. These are all about 1 to 2 pages. So on average, we're looking at on the higher end, 10 pages per piece. I have about 250 sheet protectors, which means we can do about 25 pieces. My pieces, so you'll notice that in the quartet folder, there's a misc, miscellaneous, and moi, or me. So miscellaneous is it's just written by anyone, or I should say arranged by anyone. The me is arranged by me exclusively. It might have other people that have helped out, like this one. Yeah, this one had Jason Feeler on it, but I'm one of the arrangers of this. I think I was the only arranger on this piece. Yeah. Only arranger on this piece as well. God. So short. I should combine this with another Genshin piece, probably, but whatever. But yeah, so that's the moi. We gotta add way more. Obviously, I've done a couple more than 3 quartets, but I just have been kind of all over the place when it comes to this recently, so I will get sorted. Gallant Challenge is one of the ones we want to add to moi today. I really want to get this up on the Ko-fi? I don't know how to pronounce it. I want to get it up on the internet for you folks to play. The what's it called? Wow, I just completely blanked on what I was gonna say. But thought gone. That's crazy. I haven't the slightest what I'm gonna say. Oh well. These pieces are done. I just need to record them. We are currently waiting because I wanted to put like some nice calming, like some cool peaceful background footage. Like if you look at my channel, which I'll pull up real quick. Shameless plug, LOL. My other sheet music video, it's just like a picture that I put in the background, which like it looks nice, I guess. For Caval's Fury, I actually did put like a video in the background. And I think that looks much better. It at least performed a little bit better. So I'm waiting. I contacted someone who has background footage of Genshin because I don't want to re-download Genshin Impact just to record like a couple locations. Oops, I pressed buttons. So I reached out to them and hopefully I'll hear a response soon. If not, I will. Like, if I don't hear a response in like 3 days, then I'm just gonna record it myself, I guess, or maybe ask a friend. Because truthfully, these boards have been finished. I mean, frick, dude, I finished Gallant Challenge like literally 4 months ago at least, and I just never put it out because I've been lazy, and that's dumb. So we're gonna stop being lazy, and we are going to start actually doing stuff. Where is okay? So let me bring you guys over to musescore. Where did the file go that I just downloaded? I downloaded it as a PDF. Oops. Let's download it as an XML. Okay, let's try this again. Not a valid XML file. musescore's so glitchy, dude. It just doesn't play nice with anyone, which is really annoying. But like, whatever. What are you gonna do about it? This looks okay. It scooted my numbers a bit. I think I'm gonna get rid of this text. I think it's kind of confusing. Yeah, I think let's clean this up a little bit. Wait, it's not, it gets rid of my, that's crazy. Staccatus counts as text? I forgot, dude. Musescore is freaking weird. Musescore is freaking weird. Okay, that's fine. We'll just delete these numbers then. We'll do it by hand. You know, robots have seemingly not advanced far enough yet to eyeball this kind of stuff, so we shall take up the task of doing it ourselves. Okay. The first thing I want to fix is these beams. I know there's a way to do this. Break beam left, break join beams. Okay. So I actually don't totally understand the rules of how beams are supposed to work. So let's do some learning. How do beams work over? Jeez. Because, like, multiple 16ths. How many node heads you can beam together? I'm in 6/8. 6/8 has 2 beats. Uh, I'm confused. Let's see what auto beam does, just out of curiosity. Oh, that makes sense. It just divides it into fourths. It keeps it on the beat. The only thing I was hesitant about is whether or not these would be groups of 3. But maybe that's super stupid. I think that's just super stupid. So let's go ahead and select. This is so goofy, by the way, that musescore does that. I mean, maybe it's kind of cool for like new composers or whatnot. I just think it's kind of goofy. That like it colors notes that are like kind of hard to be like, oh, some music, like I think it's green, it means like some musicians can't play it, and then if it's red, it's like most musicians can't play it or something like that. I forget what it is. I just think it's kind of goofy. Musescore sounds so weird sometimes, dude. It's gonna drive me crazy. Let's just. Oh, you know what we gotta do? I always forget. MuseScore, in my opinion, just sounds abhorrent if you don't have it on sections. It just sounds like they aren't playing correctly. And so when you play it as a section instead, they like kind of catch each other's mistakes. Like someone will play too early, someone will play too late, and so it kind of blends together. So I just put it on section for recording. There's a little insider secret, okay, for my stream viewers right now. I put it on sections for the audio, and then I put it back to what's it called? Solo parts, obviously, when we export it. This doesn't look centered, does it? It sounds so bad. It doesn't sound like they're playing the right rhythm, right? It sounds like something's off. It just doesn't quite sound correct. Just sounds weird. Um Out of curiosity, no. This is gonna be such a pain to do. I feel like that looks better. I shall ask my smart professor. Boy. Yeah, dude, I'm so angry that it sounds so bad. MuseScore, everyone says MuseScore is like the best sounding one, and I disagree. Like, is it just me? Like, it could just be my headphones. It could just be me, but it just doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like they're playing the notes that are written, or the rhythm, I should say. What the frick is going on? So poorly balanced. So embarrassingly poorly balanced. Like, hello. What are you doing? Is that supposed to be staccato? Like, what am I looking at? Shift S. Why is it so quiet? You're on forte. Why is it so quiet? Okay, hear that? Listen. It just doesn't sound like it's playing the notes that are written down. I feel like I'm going insane a little bit. This program makes me think I'm losing my musical touch. It just doesn't. That's not how this is played. It's dun dun dun. Not whatever the heck he plays. Listen to that. What? Hear it? That's just the viola part. No, 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 no. Like just bomb, bomb. Just play a quarter note. Do you know how to play a quarter note? These are accented quarter notes. Why do they sound so weak? Hear that? Listen. Okay, that's. Is it just me? Is this only on my end and I just sound like a lunatic? It could just literally just be me. My headphones are like a decade old and poor quality, but like, listen. No, no, no. Like, just play a quarter note. It's playing like a dotted eighth or something. No, no. No, no, no. Like, what the hell is that? It's like kind of embarrassing, to be honest. How do they get the instruments to sound so good when it's on the website? Like, have I just like messed something up? I did download some plugins. Maybe I have to turn these off. Or I thought I did. Like I downloaded some like better sounding strings or something like that. Oh my gosh. I've been on tab this whole time. Well, that's embarrassing. You guys saw nothing of what I was just doing. That's such a bad mistake. I might have to end stream. That's pretty bad. I was just ranting. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that. Anyways, I'll freaking unlist the stream, whatever. All I was ranting about was like, listen to this, dude. Like, if a human made this mistake, I'd be like, okay, whatever. You're new to the instrument, I guess. But it's a computer. How is a computer so poor? You cannot tell me. I know it's staccato. I know it's staccato. But this one isn't. This one's not staccato. You cannot tell me that's forte. You're just not playing forte. They're playing. It just sounds weird. It's supposed to sound like bum 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 ba dun 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 dun. One, one, two. Dun, 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 dun. It like. I don't know, dude. I don't know. And like, I know I put these guys on mezzo piano, but like, wow, you cannot hear them at all. I, oh shoot. The heck did I just press? It's just, I don't know. I expected a little bit more out of this program, and maybe comparing it to Sibelius is unfair because Sibelius is a paid program. But it's also worse than Noteflight, which is a free website. It's not even a program. Like, that viola sounds so ugly, bro. That's not mezzo forte. Like, is my volume just messed up? You're not playing mezzo forte. I can't even tell that they're playing right now. Like, I can hear the whisper, kind of. That, you're telling me what you're playing right now is one step below forte. It's like one step below a mouse's, like, whisper. It's so bad. It's so bad. And, I mean, we're not even gonna comment. On how garbage that tone is. At least the rhythm is kind of correct. Jesus. It's so disappointing, man. No. These notes shouldn't sound like they have the same... Whatever. Why do they sound like they have the same value? It's not like there's a staccato on the 8th. It's a 16th. It should be half as much. Bum ba bum. Dun 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 dun. Ah, frick it. Frick. I'm breaking stuff. It just sounds weird. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Also, that beaming is messed up, but... Wait a second. Okay, never mind. I lied. Sorry. It's fine. You cannot tell me that right now viola is playing double forte crescendo. They're just not. That is the softest double forte crescendo I've ever heard. Or sorry, I gotta stop. I have a habit of saying like triple double forte. What's it called? Or like, you know, double piano, triple piano. I should just be saying like the fortissimo and whatever the frick. Regardless, forte means loud, okay? You're on the second loudest possible setting. Whatever, dude. Those rhythms sound wrong too. Wait a second. Dun 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 dun. It's all the same. musescore just has like an on and off switch. There's no blend. There's no levels or separation between dynamics. It's just you're playing loud or you're playing soft. How? Where's the viola part? Where did it go? That's like kind of correct. Like, I don't know. I can't even anymore. Viola's just gone. Viola just has decided to head out. That's Forte! I'm gonna break. Like, okay, yeah, cool. You could be like, Viola's a quieter sound. Playing on no, A string isn't even like a weak string. It should be pretty damn loud. But wait, sorry, is that on A string? I might actually be dumb here. Whatever. My point still stands. You're like, okay, there's a high, which by the way, this D, where's the dynamic change? Also, I didn't realize this, but this is kind of hard. That's kind of a hard part. How did I never notice that? We won't even... I won't even touch on how bad that sounds. We will just move on. Said I wouldn't touch on it. Ooh, that's hard. That's kind of hard. What notes do we have to work with? We have an E. I need an open string. The hell? Sure, dude. Ugh. So ugly, sir. You are a computer. You can play faster than any human being of history can play. You can play 1,000,000 times faster and more accurately than any human being on Earth, and we can't play 16ths. It's so muddy. Hello? Where's like the other notes? Whatever, dude. Maybe we should try switching it back. Maybe I should take back what I said earlier about it being better when it's a section, because that's kind of getting disproven right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and assume that it's gonna sound worse, but I could be wrong. Although, if I were wrong in this case, it would mean that past me was right, so I win either way. Oh, it just sounds so bad. Oh, what did they do to my baby? well, not really a masterpiece, but my baby. What did they do to him? Frick, man, I'll just do the recording in Noteflight. It sounds better there. Jeez, and that's not something I ever thought I'd say, because Noteflight sounds like a free website. But at least I can hear the notes. At least I can tell what the rhythms are. At least I can tell what parts are playing. At least I can tell that there's dynamics. And when there's dynamic changes... Like, does it sound like a live recording of an orchestra? No. But does it sound a hell of a lot better than musescore? Yeah. To me. At least. Personal opinion. Don't sue. Can you sue over an opposed personal opinion? I don't know. It's actually wrong, I guess. See, even a mezzo piano, I can still hear the violin one part. On musescore, it just like, they might as well have just stopped playing. Because here's the problem, right? I write music for humans. I don't write music for robots. So when I have to change around the dynamics to get the sound that I want out of musescore, it's going to affect the performance. I want to just write the dynamics that I want as an arranger. But I can't do that sometimes because it sounds like trash when I play it back. So what I had to do on like a previous scores, you guys didn't know this, but this was a whole debacle with Caval's Fury, is I make two versions of the score. One that's like heavily processed in a mixer and has different dynamics for audio recording, and then that audio is put with the recording of the actual score with the actual dynamics for human beings to play, because humans actually know how to read dynamics properly. Now, this sounds counterintuitive, right? This is like, you think you're smarter than a robot. You know, a robot can play dynamics perfectly. True in theory, but in practice, musescore gets dynamics wrong 9 times out of 10. We saw earlier, fortissimo viola solo. After a crescendo, it was quieter than forte. Like, I don't know, dude. Whatever. Freaking mezzo piano violin 1 high D was louder than all 3 parts combined on forte. See how much more confident the rhythms sound? I can tell exactly where these notes are being placed. And again, no, it doesn't sound like beautiful. It sounds computer generated. But at least I can, like, in my head know the rhythm of the piece. The other musescore just blurs together. Here's the analogy I'll, like, come up with on the spot. I want to paint a beautiful painting. Or at least give the instructions to another human how to paint a beautiful painting. Noteflight does it in like a digital format. They do it in Photoshop, or Noteflight does it in like Ibis. It does it in digital. You can get pretty realistic with digital art. You can make some really good stuff with digital art, but it's never going to look like real paintings. Maybe a better analogy is because I'm now realizing, like, there's like Procreate and like programs like that have gone crazy realistic with their arts, that are like pretty good programs. So I will say Microsoft Paint, okay? Noteflight is Microsoft Paint. If you're talented, it gets the job done. Is it the most beautiful paint software in the world? No. But you can tell exactly what's going on. You can go, okay, I know what that color is. Okay, I know what that paint is. I know what that tool is. Blah, blah, blah. musescore is like an elementary schooler finger painting, where it's like, okay, I kind of know where you started, but it's all blurred together, and there's boogers on it, and this isn't the painting that I asked for. That's the dilemma I'm in. Sibelius actually gets pretty damn close to making that painting. Sibelius also costs like $400. So, you know, that's our dilemma. I probably won't put out a video on this piece for a while until I figure out how to fix this stupid glitch. I just kind of put up with it on my other piece. It didn't sound great, but I was like, whatever. This piece is so rhythmically intense. It has so many like very detailed rhythms that you can't blur the lines of it. You just can't. I'm gonna have to figure something out. Maybe I'll try and get my hands on Sibelius for Windows. We'll see. Maybe I export it. I don't know. And another thing, notice how these accents, you can tell there's accent on it, but it's not obnoxious. In musescore, oh my god, dude. The grace notes are actually played correctly. It looked like they weren't written as appoggiaturas in musescore, so I won't be too mad about that. Like, it sounds so much better. This part is kind of hard. I should probably take this part out. It sounds cool, but playing this is kind of hard. Holy cow, I want to hear how musescore does this section. Oh my god. Okay, honestly, doesn't sound that bad. Kind of more gliss than I'd like, but truthfully sounds okay. And you want to know why it sounds okay? Because it's half notes and whole notes. Notice that we can't hear the 16th melody at all. I know it's mezzo forte, so it's like slightly quieter. But keywork slightly quieter. Freaking. Can you even tell there's a violin 1 part going on right now? And this too, listen. Hello? Viola, you were supposed to play something there. Na, 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 na. Where is it? Just out of curiosity. We're going to put this to the same dynamic as his friends. Will we actually be able to hear anything? This is the best sounding section so far. It's actually playing the rhythm correctly. Wish I could hear the viola part that I wrote, but beggars can't be choosers. This is actually the best sounding part so far. Here comes Trainwreck. You cannot tell me that you're playing double forte, dude. The bottom 2 parts, like violin 1 is substantially quieter than you on its lowest string. Viola and cello are substantially quieter than you on 2 times lower dynamic. This should be so freaking loud. Like, based off of this, how the dynamics worked over here, it should be the only thing we hear. It should sound like a solo. I can like kind of hear it sometimes. It's definitely not double forte. Let's hear how Note Flight does it. Oh, what the heck? The guy with double forte actually sounds like the main melody. Actually sounds like he's, you know, the important person, the one playing something. Who would have thought? Okay, and then we have a crescendo here. Oh, I messed up. That's supposed to be forte. Forte. Kind of hard to crescendo from forte to forte, but I mean, it's doable. It's just kind of weird practice. Maybe it's just because I've worked in Note Flight for a long time and I'm used to it. I will admit that I have biases. I have been using Note Flight since I was in the 7th grade. Okay, me and this program, we go back a little bit. So I will admit that I'm starting from the side of Note Flight. I just feel there's such a big difference. I can hear all the parts, as I should, because they all have forte. When a part has forte, you should probably be able to hear it. This part has double forte, and I can barely tell it's playing. I literally can hear violin 1 and that's it. Let's just isolate every part except for violin 1. Look how quiet that is. One of them is playing double forte, keep in mind. I won't even touch on how ugly that playing is from violin 2. Like, I don't know how you make a computer take lessons, but do that. But why is forte violin 1 just dominating everything else? If this was like piano or even mezzo piano, I'd be like, okay, sure. Whatever. It's like a full step down. It's only mezzo forte. It's only meant to be a little quieter. This, like, having to change the dynamics like this gets rid of that beautiful, like, the difference in color, and like it affects the piece when humans play it. But if I actually want to hear what it sounds like, I have to tell the computer something else because the computer's stupid. I still can't hear the viola. I can't hear the viola at all. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I can, like, obviously, like... Okay. Keep that in mind. Keep that in your ear. You can't tell me that those are the same dynamic. It's also just uneven. Okay, again, I'm inexperienced, okay? I'm gonna just lay out all my cards on the table here. I am not any kind of pro musician. I don't claim to be. But it sounds like there's a change of dynamics. It doesn't sound even, right? Regardless of my skill level as a musician, I can tell you very confidently that these are not the same volume level as each other. I mean, just listen to the first measure. one's using his outside voice, one's using his inside voice. They both have the exact same dynamic on the exact same note. Why? Why is it so much quieter? I was like, okay, maybe because he's like saving bow because he has to play a half note or a whole note. I mean, which is stupid. A good violinist can play any dynamic on any amount of bow, with exceptions. But no, the exact same note. It's just noticeably louder because one part says violin in front of it and one part says viola in front of it. Screw consistency. Frick! I had no flight open again this whole time. I'm so bad about that. Okay, my excuse, dude, is Restream is open so I can monitor both chats of Twitch and YouTube, and it's like a year behind. It's like super mega lagged out. So on Restream, it still has musescore open. Frick, man, this stream is so scuffed. Whatever. I mean, this is gonna get unlisted anyways because it's not. I'm not even doing anything. I'm not even being a streamer. I'm just ranting for what's it been 50 minutes straight now about how bad musescore is. I just I don't know. It's a free program. Am I being mean? Yeah, I definitely am. It's a free program that I get to use for free. I just kind of expected more with a name like musescore. That they're kind of like one of the big names in music. I was gonna say music writing, but honestly, in general, anyone that just plays an instrument knows musescore. And so to have a program like this, and to be fair, I haven't tried out other instruments. I've only tried out strings. So this could just be like, okay, they just dropped the strings a month ago. I don't know. I don't know. I was under the perception that it's like a year or it's like pretty damn old. Um, yeah, it dropped 2 years ago. Um, it just I don't understand how musescore is losing to Noteflight in terms of quality. I just it doesn't really click in my brain. It doesn't really equate. And I see the potential that musescore has, and it makes me want to use musescore. But just like I literally was working on Mombasa, that project like a couple weeks ago, and I just had to stop. I had to literally switch programs. I had to go back to Noteflight because the playback on musescore is so bad and inconsistent. I had to just I couldn't like I was just trying to use the program because everyone uses musescore and I was like, okay, they want this in musescore. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'll export it as an XML file, but like I cannot write any more of this piece in musescore. Because when I play it back to listen if I wrote down the rhythms correctly, it's just mush. It's just mashed potatoes, it's just blurry finger paint. It's not the playback just isn't there. The playback just isn't there. Um, it's just no flight like the crispiness, right? even with like staccato and weird freaking rhythms like tied 16ths on the of a beat, like I can tell exactly how long the note is. I can tell exactly where it lands. You know? And then we go to musescore. I don't know where that part was exactly. Sorry, where was that? Like 70s, I think it was. Late 70s. It's like fading in and out. I can't even tell that it's a solo. Like, is it just glitched? Okay, maybe it's glitched because it's an XML file. No, dude, I just reassigned the dynamics in musescore. It's not an import issue. It's just like how is that double forte? First off, why does it drop off so much? That is crazy. Same exact note duration. You would think that A would be louder because it's higher, and that's how pitch works. But no, the A just kind of... Where'd it go? It's just like turned, like the violinist just like turned around in the booth when they played that note, and they're like, oh, frick, my bad. And then they like... If I was listening to this, if I had to transcribe exactly what I was hearing, oh my god, it'd be a nightmare. It's like mezzo forte, piano, diminuendo to or crescendo to mezzo forte, like what is going on? Like I'm like, okay, is this an import error? So I'm like replacing the notes to just like give it benefit of the doubt. No, dude, it's a musescore error. And like, okay, here's what musescore is. Okay, I already did another analogy, but I'm just gonna keep like going off until someone stops me. Musescore is the kid in orchestra who just like does his own thing. Everyone's playing together, and he's just like freaking blasting. And you're like, hey, dude, this is like a quiet part, right? Where everyone's playing piano. So just we're like nice and soft. Just like quiet down a little bit. And he just rips anyways. Or, you know, we're trying to play these notes straight. Bum 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 ba dum dum bum bum. And he's like, no, I'm gonna add dramatic swells on every single note for some reason. Dun, 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 dun. Like, what are you doing? It's so uneven. Like, I'm assuming they didn't like record people. I'm just making the joke that they recorded to get these sound effects. But like, how did they program this? I can't. Like, if it was consistent, I'd be like, okay, they just for some reason programmed for you to get louder, like as you move towards the middle of the measure, or something to simulate like bow strength or something stupid. I don't know. But it's random. First beat is loud, second beat is quiet. I don't get it. Hear those swells? Like, what are you doing? Just play the note correctly. What is this weird freaking interpretation? Also, I don't even want to hear this. I don't even want to hear this. That actually sounded okay. Third time, I know, dude. We're on a roll today. Welcome to the stream. I am pissed off. Like, I've been ranting for the last 40 minutes, by the way. You just kind of joined in the middle of it. I'm gonna quit, or at least call it for the night, because this is just not good for my mental health. Congrats on being the dragon. Thank you. Did you? Oh, you checked out the VOD. Yeah, that was definitely something. I don't think we're setting any world records. Then again, I don't think anyone's done this before, so technically it is a world record. Um, in which case we'll take that W. Yeah, it was I was like trying to get it to tell me how to do a proper like bed one cycle, and it just couldn't. It just didn't know what was going on. I couldn't comprehend what kind of platform it was talking about. It was a disaster. Um but it had a good ending, so whatever. Who cares? I think finishing on 4-3-2-1 is kind of hilarious. As for a new category extension, I will. I really do want to actually submit the run to speedrun.com. Just, I think it'd be funny. Maybe they'll get a good chuckle out of it. Anyways, I was supposed to be working on sheet music right now, and I just kind of went off a whole tangent because musescore is garbage. You can watch the VOD of me just angrily venting if you'd like. Um, but yeah, I started compiling like I'm gonna make some quartet binders, recap the 40-minute rants in 1 minute. That's gonna be kind of hard, but I'll give it a good try. MuseScore 4 was supposed to be like this amazing, sick program. Everyone's like, oh my god, it's better sounding than anyone before it. Came out 2 years ago. I've used Noteflight all my life, which is what you're looking at right now. It's a free online website music writing program, which is like the lowest quality you can get, pretty much. If it's free and it's on a website, holy cow, that's probably not going to be super high quality stuff. But Noteflight is actually really good. There's a reason that I have like 10 accounts for this site, and it's because I actually like the site. I've been using it for freaking like I don't even know what the math is. Many years. I recently switched to MuseScore because I wanted to start recording my arrangements and posting them on YouTube for people to find. And obviously, you don't want your arrangement to sound ugly, or else no one's going to want to play it. So I switched to MuseScore, and it has just been a tumultuous battle of just begging the program to actually be decent, and it just refuses to. It it doesn't play dynamics correctly. It doesn't play rhythms correctly. It has terrible tone, terrible mixing. It completely ignores most major markings. Um, it's it just it's shocking how much worse it is than the free website, you know? And again, it's a free program. It's also free. But it's also backed by MuseScore, which is like the biggest sheet music source, like period. Like anyone that's a musician knows MuseScore. I don't know how many users they have. Probably 7 billion. Literally everyone knows what MuseScore is. And they made a program worse than a free website. And it's the fourth iteration of that program. And so just as someone who wants to write in MuseScore really bad, I've just been finding it harder and harder to do so because I'll write a rhythm and then I'll play it back and I'm like, that sounds weird. I guess the rhythm's wrong. And then I'll put that exact same rhythm into Noteflight and it sounds correct. It's like, I make the joke that they hired like noob musicians. Wow, can't speak. Noob musicians to record for these audio tracks because it's just legitimately so bad. It's, I mean, it has to be a robot, I'm assuming, and even for a robot, it's so bad. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, let's take a peek at the beginning here, right? Epic intro. Frick. Now I gotta scroll all the way back. Forgot to clicky. I mean, I'm at a crossroads right now. MuseScore on paper is objectively the better program. It has more things. It's like it's built for computer use because it's a program. It has like the potential of MuseScore is better, but the deployment of it is just so poor. It's just not good. I'm really trying my best to transition over to MuseScore. If you take a peek, like all my latest scores, One Summer's Day, the Barbie thing I was writing, the two Genshin pieces, Caval's Fury. I've been trying to write stuff in MuseScore. Oh frick, dude! I keep forgetting to switch the scene. Sorry. I just it's really hard to do so because it sounds so bad. And being able to hear things, the way things sound, that's like kind of important to music a little bit. But so like key example, okay? Can you hear this part at all? I'll let you listen again. But we'll go back. This part goes bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum bum. Listen one more time. Maybe faintly, but yeah, you can't really hear it. I know you said you're not really a musician, so I'll just explain. The double F means fortissimo or double forte. In music, the way you notate volume is on a scale between the lowest level of piano and the highest level of forte. Okay? Triple piano, pianissimo, pianissimo, I don't even know how to say that, is like the quietest you can get. And fortissimo, the frick, I don't know. I just say fortissimo or triple forte, is the loudest you can get. So that part is the second loudest possible that you can get. And it's not like it's getting buried by the other parts that are all playing triple forte. They're only playing normal forte. So these guys are playing talking level. This guy is yelling, and you can't hear him. It's so quiet. And that is the second loudest you can possibly get. Yeah, I got you. I know. It's insane. So as another thing I was talking about earlier, I'll like recover for you is it's really hard to juggle between what I want to hear and what I want humans to play, because the dynamics that I have down are what I want humans to play, But in order to get the program to sound how I want it to sound, I have to write different dynamics than what I actually want to get it to cooperate. Which is just, it's just stupid. And I won't even talk about, it's kind of complicated, but like the inconsistency in tone, the inconsistency in volume, and the rhythm is... Hear that? The hell is that? Why does it do that? It sounds like there should be like an accent or something there, or like, but there's nothing. It should just remain bum 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 bum. Why does it randomly spike? Like what? Like did the violist like sneeze or something and like, oops, moved my bow too much, played too loudly. It's so freaking quiet. It's so... messy. It's just not clean. Like, does it sound like total garbage? No. But let's go back to the free website real quick. I can tell exactly where these 16ths are placed. You can hear it, right? Like, no, it's not dominating, but I'm assuming you're able to hear the bum 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 bum. It's kind of buried by how loud. The problem with No Flight is that for some reason its cello part is always ridiculously loud. I don't know why it's like that, but you can at least kind of hear it. And hear how we can place every single one of these 16ths. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. They're distinctly different from each other. Back to musescore. Does it sound terrible? No. But it's just like mushing together. It's like it's like they're like slurring together. They're like out of time. These guys are supposed to be together. And they're just like crashing into each other. It's so... the random emphasis on certain notes for no discernible reason is like another really annoying thing. I'm going to show you this, and it's going to blow your mind. This is what I was peeking at, or what I was like flipping out over when you joined this part. Like, okay, so that first example, it was double forte, but it was on viola. It was getting buried by cello, perhaps. You know, viola is a lower voice. It makes sense that you wouldn't really hear it as much. I guess you could kind of argue it's a computer, but whatever. Sure. Now we have a violin, the highest pitched instrument in the orchestra, playing a solo on double forte above everyone else. Everyone else has a lower, softer dynamic than this solo. Not only that, but everyone else has substantially lower pitched notes than this solo. So it should stand out like a lot, right? It should be super easy to hear this, right? Kind of. I can like sort of tell it's there. I can like kind of almost hear it. Why is it that quiet? Again, this is the second loudest possible setting. It's like whispering. And before you're like, okay, maybe your just volume is too low. Listen to this. Oh frick, I hit a button by accident. Teehee. My bad. Oh, what did I hit? Hello? Okay. I don't know what I pressed. Something. I feel like that's louder. Um, how does that make any sense? How does the quieter dynamic on the lower string be louder than the louder dynamic on the higher string? There's just no consistency. I showed this earlier, I'll show it again. Listen to the viola part. Holy cow, that's quiet. Are we playing in a library? Copy paste this to the violin. It's immediately like twice as loud. I don't understand the rhyme and reason behind it. Speaking of consistency, again, we're kind of restomping old. Previously, I forgot how the saying goes. Old dirt, previously stomped. I don't forget. Whatever. If you're gonna have it where it's like, okay, you know what? Solo, double forte, heck you're quiet. At least make the whole thing quiet. Why are half the notes quiet and the other half of the notes loud? Whispering for the first two. Loud on the third beat. Loud on the first beat. And then quiet on the second beat. Like, it's just so weird. It just doesn't make sense to the point where I think there must be something wrong with me. Like maybe my headphones. Okay, thank God you hear it too, because I was like, okay, to be fair, my headphones are really old. Maybe my headphones are just like glitching out or something. It doesn't happen when I listen to anything else, but again, we're giving benefit of the doubt here. Maybe the program is glitched out. I have deleted and reinstalled this program already. My computer is fully up to date. All of the drivers are up to date. I've installed plugins to try and help with the strings. Like, the amount of work I'm putting into trying to make musescore even slightly on par with a free online website is absurd. It's a little wacky. Sorry. It's like down here somewhere. Oh, did I pass it? I don't know. And the problem is, like, sometimes musescore does sound really good. I'm going to put out a video pretty soon of my arrangement for this piece. Frick, what was it called? Something in the something. Treasury from the Northland. And at points, musescore can sound really nice. Ah, shoot. Why is it not showing on stream? It's capturing the wrong... Did it open a second instance of musescore? It did. That's so trippy. Sorry about that. Like, I think this section actually sounds kind of decent. Is it perfect? No. Oh, frick. Oh, what was that? Why does Streamlabs open this? Hello? That's kind of weird. How odd. Um, like, yeah, there's inconsistencies. It adds a really weird gliss. That that's not written in. I don't know why it's glissing between those notes. But for the most part, like this pits part, that actually sounds like pretty damn close to the original score. So there is times where musescore is very impressive and it can sound quite good, which is the reason I want to use it. Because when I publish my stuff on YouTube, I want it to sound quite good. The problem is that it's just not consistent about it. Half of the time it sounds quite good, and the other half of the time it's completely wrong and sounds like utter garbage. So yeah, that's my sidetrack rant. I'm gonna try and frickin' put the PDFs out at least so the public can like start playing these pieces. I'll try my best to get like some high quality sheet music. Holy frick, what did it do to my ties? What is this? Whatever. Maybe I'll export it from Notefly because musescore is having a connection at the moment. Um, yeah, no problem. I got you. It's honestly kind of fun to go off like that sometimes. I'd rather not. I'd rather just do the work that I set out to do. But if I get to whine a bit, I won't complain too much. Uh, I will try my best to get the sheet music out soon, so people can be playing it. And then hopefully I can get some videos. Because like frick, no one's ever gonna find it if I don't put a video out on it. Like, there's no universe someone just happens to accidentally type in the URL to like my coffee page or something like that. So hopefully the videos will come sooner than later, but who knows? Write my own sheet music creator. No, I mean I can program. Can't program that well. That's what I'm saying though. That's what's annoying about MuseScore is it's like it's on the cusp of being quite good. It's just not. It's just not quite there yet. Um, Holy cow! I was trying to work on freaking um this piece video for the Minecraft stream. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try very hard to. I don't have a ton of time to edit. Um, but I am gonna try and put a video out on that because the whole point of learning to speedrun and doing that stream was to make a video on it. It just didn't really go the way I was hoping it would. So maybe I'll put it up as like a kind of like more of like a cut VOD as opposed to like an actual video. And maybe I'll do it again in the future if it picks up some traction. I can program. I've learned C++ and Java are my main homies. I started picking up Python and then I stopped. So, yeah. Listen to this. Okay, you can't apparently because it's at volume 0. Hello? Where's my violas? Do they feel like playing today or what's going on? It's just so ugly. I don't know. So I moved this over to Notefly too. It might end up being that I write 90% of my stuff in Notefly and then I just transfer the XML files to musescore and try and get it to sound pretty for recording. I don't know. I really hope that's not the solution because writing in musescore is actually faster because I can use my keypad. But it's just so not it right now. It's just absolutely not slaying. So, yeah, that's my rant. I don't think I showed you, but I'm working right now on compiling like a binder. I'm gonna make like a full quartet binder that I'll put out for free somewhere. That it will like be kind of fun for like high school orchestras to play if they'd like. It'll be a combination of so the MISC miscellaneous is just all composers, and then was me is stuff that I personally arranged. If I had to, if you had went from musescore and got used to musescore, would you complain about no fight? I don't think so because thank God I didn't start on musescore, or else my rhythm would be terrible. Apparently, I mean my rhythm's pretty bad, but it'd be even worse seemingly. I think like I know people that have used NoteFlight after using other software, and they seem to like it. It's not a great program by any means. I'm not saying NoteFlight is like the king of anything. It's just good. And when it's free and you don't even have to download anything for that, like that makes it great. Um, and it's just what makes it bad makes it good, and that doesn't really make any sense. But like because it doesn't have all these fancy orchestral sound effects that make realistic string reverb and all this BS, I can just hear the exact notes. I can tell you exactly what notes are being played and when they're being played. There's no guessing, there's no blurring in between the notes. It's just the note is played when it's played. You know what I mean? And so purely for that reason, I like cannot work in MuseScore because writing rhythm for parts is absolute torture. I can write the right rhythm and it'll sound wrong because MuseScore just doesn't know how to play instruments, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, this binder will be really fun. I picked like my favorite movements from quartets, and then I'll throw in some of the stuff I arranged as well. It'll be a good time. Anyways, this stream has been going for an hour and a half, and I've basically done nothing. So probably gonna call it for tonight. Thanks for popping by. I hope to have a slightly more productive stream in the future. But I actually might not stream for a while because I might be editing videos all weekend, so. And writing music. Frick, man, I got so many pieces to do. Holy cow. Anywho, have a good night. See you around, man.